So you know how you're always looking for that one friend who's kind of your support through a hard time? We're going to introduce you to her this morning. At least I think we are. Her name is Tiffany Coffman. She's been here before. She has Reshapes RX. She's brought her sister Ashley with her actually this morning. But we're going to talk a little bit about how Tiffany can help you with weight loss, how she can help you with energy level. That's its own separate thing. But throughout all of it, she's not only personalizing it, you're really kind of metaphorically holding your clients' hands.
Yeah, I am coaching them along the way is what I like to say. I like to do, monthly check-ins and just make sure that they're getting what they need from me.
So we're in the picture business. Let's show some pictures because you shared with us one client in particular, 70 pounds she lost?
Yeah, her name's Taylor. She lost 70 pounds over a year. And when she came to me, and I see this all the time, she was just very down and just didn't feel, comfortable in her own skin. She was embarrassed, she really was having a hard time. And so she was even hesitant about coming and talking to me about it. And I said, we've got this, we're gonna do this. And I started a monthly plan with her, just every month, following up with her, making sure that, she knew what she needed to do as far as her diet, food, exercise, and then of course the medication. And over the year span, she lost 70 pounds. So.
I think it's kind of good to see that happen progressively like that, because first of all, it's not so obvious that people are thinking, wow, what have you done?
Right.
It also teaches you habits as you go through that you can keep.
Exactly, yeah. So she was able to change really her lifestyle. And that's what this is all about, is changing your lifestyle. You can lose weight, but how do you keep it off? And that's a question that I have a lot of times is, how am I gonna keep this weight off? And that's where I come in and I coach you and I say, all right, this is what we're gonna focus on. We're gonna focus on your eating habits and are you moving your body? Are you drinking enough water? Are you taking your vitamins? And now she's gotten into her routine where she gets up every morning, does her workout. She knows what she can and can't eat. She knows her body and she feels so much more confident in it.
So what are you using to help people? Is it the injections?
Yep. So I use the GLP-1 injections is what I usually prescribe, and there's different ones out there, and I customize it to you. I figure out after getting a thorough history and looking at your labs and just if you've tried anything before, but I'll personalize it just to you. Is basically what it is.
Okay, so I want to bring Ashley in because then she used you, True Sisterly Love, for something totally different. Which is to give people that energy level back. What is that?
Yep, so that's the NAD or the NAD. This is something that is a coenzyme that we all are born with. And as we get older, it just starts diminishing. And the only way to replace it really is with these injections. And so she was kind of feeling that, 40-year-old slug, where she was just
I feel you.
Decreased energy and just, she needed a boost. And so we started her on that, and she's been on it now for about 2 months.
So you go twice a week to get this injection?
I give it to myself.
You gave it to yourself, okay. So what were you feeling before? I mean, Tiffany mentioned you were sluggish, but.
Just no energy. Like low energy. Sleep, I didn't get like great sleep, or I'd wake up and I'd still be really tired. So this has definitely gave me more energy for longer throughout the day. I might have like a little bit of energy, but it would wear off.
Had you become that person who the minute you sat down, you were going to fall asleep?
Like I purposely would not sit down because I was like, if I sit down, I'll probably go to sleep.
Yeah. So was it something that you felt pretty quickly, or did it build up over time?
About after 2 weeks. That third week is when I felt a lot more energy. My sleep was a lot better. My focus, I think, was better, like that brain fog, so just being able to focus throughout the day.
Did that help you with your whole quality of life?
Yes. So work, home, I have 2 stepchildren, a granddaughter, so just having the energy to, do things with them, so yes.
If you're feeling like that kind of recall difficulties sometimes where
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
that we all hit.
Yeah.
It can maybe help with that.
It will absolutely help that. And I like to pair it with the weight loss treatment. I like to package them together because, you know, as you're losing weight, sometimes you do get that fatigue and you're feeling drained and tired. So I like to pair it with it. And with the NAD, she actually lost some weight too.
About 4 pounds.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
is something that it boosts your metabolism and it really helps you, you know, have that energy to go and do things, you know, to go and do your workouts.
Okay, so let me ask you this one. You mentioned Taylor, is that her name?
Yeah.
Who we focused on?
Yeah.
And that she had been a little bit reluctant and
Yeah.
a little bit embarrassed, I think
Yeah.
was the word you used, which is probably very common.
Right.
Other people are nervous about the cost of it.
Yeah.
It's not something insurance covers, but it's a gift to yourself.
Exactly, because if you think about in the long run, you're going to be paying out of pocket for your health care if you end up in the hospital because you have diabetes or high blood pressure or cholesterol. So why not go ahead and fix that now? Because it usually is coming down to like your weight. If you can correct your weight, you know, it's going to help you in the long run financially.
Not only financially, but years back on your life.
Absolutely.
So, okay, here's how you will find her, and she will hold your hand. She'll be your coach. She'll become your friend, I'm sure. Her name is Tiffany Coffman, Reshapes RX. ReshapesRX.com is the website, and then there's the phone number, 250-3339. Thank you.
Thank you.
Car wrecks shatter more than just metal. They shatter lives. Your health, your routine, your peace of mind, gone in an instant. But you don't have to put the pieces back together alone.